Hey, it's Tom
And Tim.
from the Plain White Tees.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jordan from the Ready Set.
Hello, my name is Andrew W.K, and you're partying with me here on Ribbit TV.
You've been watching Ribbit TV.
You're watching Ribbit TV.
When it's time to party, we will party hard.
We're here with the great Andrew W.K. here for Ribbit TV. Andrew, you just finished a great concert here in St. Louis. It was pretty wild.
Yeah,
and you're the king of partying, aren't you?
Well, I decided that I was a few years ago. There were years before when I had the idea of trying to become that, and then thanks to nights like this, it's actually begun to happen. So you always just you declare what you want to be before you become it, and I'm trying to live it and live up to it.
So like nights like this, you had everybody on the stage. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? My bodyguard almost got us out of there. We got to get out of here. This is not safe. But you kept your composure. How do you do that every night?
It comes down to all it comes down to is rib cage strength. Now, someone like myself, my rib cage is I'm not going to say it's a 10 out of 10, but it's a solid 7.2. Someone like you, I'd say maybe 7, with all due respect. So we each have our own sort of bodyguard scenarios, the skin itself and the level of fat that is built up on top of that. That tissue acts as its own security guard. Now, in your case, as you explained, you had your own actual other human being that was
Wherever I go.
Okay, well, and for me, the amount of fat I already have, that's almost equal to what he provides for you.
I mean, that was surprising. You don't have your own security guy. You let all these people up on your stage. I mean, are you ever worried or afraid for perhaps your safety?
Well, my genitalia, that's my number one concern. It really is. I mean, that really is. Besides my brain, and what's so strange, and you might relate to this, that sometimes you actually do put that before your brain, or other vital organs. That's your life force. That's how you came into being here in the first place. Beyond that, I'm thinking about, the excitement of getting to do all of this, the fact that anyone's even here to create this chaos with me, and I feel very, just kind of blown away.
So you're the king of partying, right? What is the wildest party you've ever thrown? Let's first start there.
Well, in a way, and I can imagine that folks might think I'm just, kind of singing to the choir here, but tonight, that's one of the greatest things about what I get to do is it keeps me in the moment. I very much am, in some cases only able to think about what's happening right at that time because I'm trying to, not die, basically. And, that is an intense scenario to be in, but it's also, really, really fantastic because it makes you reckon with very basic things like survival and, the miracle of life and, I guess just, as they say, like, dogs are in the moment. You seem to be in the moment in a very unique way.
As a wild man, what makes a party rock? Or for that matter, what makes a party, what makes you party hard? What kind of environment do you need? Not this one.
Yeah. It's just that feeling of sort of realizing how weird it is to be alive at all. You're marching through this life and strutting around and you're trying to extract some kind of joy and fun and laughs, during all the other intense stuff that happens, which, isn't so fun. But even those very bad things, there's something there. There's something that you can extract from those experiences and they build you up in some way. If they don't build you up, they take you down and then you go. So if you're going to, as they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You persevere and you try to make the best of things and, get cheered up and stay cheered up. Like you.
As an entertainer, your job is to take people away from the bad stuff that's going on and make people, feel good about themselves. How great was it to have the couple get married at your concert then? In terms of making people feel good about themselves, that is, sharing the matrimony of love.
Are you talking about the recent engagement that occurred a couple days ago, or are you talking about because I have actually acted as a priest. What do you?
A wedding officiant. I have as well.
Oh,
We're not going to do the wedding off. That's next episode.
No, I already got married, so I'd have to get divorced, and that was going to take at least 2, maybe even 3 days. So
I do those as well. I can do your divorces as well and funerals.
Are you with the Universal Life Church?
I believe it's in Idaho. Whatever in Idaho.
No, I was in California, the one I'm talking about. Anyway, no, I think that the very ideas that you're talking about, they're all great. It really is. When it comes down to it, one way or another, you're going to ask another question.
All right. On that note, let's switch to another question. And I think they're going to be rolling. Look at those. Look at the monitor over there. Look at the B-roll. That's you on Fox 23 in Tulsa. That was pretty interesting. How did that come about?
Well, I was there actually to do an interview much like this, sort of on the couch, to talk about a concert that was happening in the town. It was a festival called D-Fest. But as I was waiting to actually do my interview, I was sitting in a sort of a backstage area, much like we're right now backstage here in Fubar, which is this was a fantastic venue for the show tonight. And there's a very large office here, and there was this weather presentation going on, and I saw that famous green screen and the monitor and the weatherman doing this thing, and I think he kind of picked up on my interest in it, and he asked if I'd like to come up, and he just let me do it. I mean, I can't. It was a dream come true, especially just that's almost one of the most archetypal aspects of local news, right? It's the weather broadcast, and whether you've watched Weather Channel or whether you've listened to the weather on your local radio station, the fact is you understand that format and that I guess that visual, this map with moving computerized graphics and this gentleman that's controlling things.
Well, hopefully you didn't offend too many people in that weather forecast. Can't stress. As a weather guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to bridge to that, but I'm going to go back to that just for a second because I know you wanted to sidetrack. You offended people. There were people who watch local news in the morning are people who, are older. Let's be honest. And they were not looking for you. But, hey, YouTube sensation. We're going to move to the next segment. We do this segment called Rapid Fire. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. Pretty quick here. We're not going to put a timer on the clock. So what CD do you have in your car right now?
You have just taken things to a whole nother level there. That was just... I'm kept from speech. I have no speech.
I'll repeat.
Proto-Man.
Last book that you read?
I guess the Gideon's Bible at the hotel.
Favorite pre-show meal?
Chips and soul soup.
The one instrument you would take with you on an island?
Definitely the pipe organ, because if you're to pick one, you might as well pick the one that could provide potentially the most shelter. Because the chambers that contain the very large pipes and also the wind mechanisms, there's also room there to, kind of cozy up, maybe make a small bed, have some kind of shelter. That's the most material. So if I have to pick one instrument to take, I'll take the biggest one of all.
You thought about that. That was good. Favorite classical composer?
Bach.
Not Mendelssohn?
That's good. It's similar, There's a...
I'll move on. The one word your parents would use to describe you?
A son.
That's a good one. Wildest celebrity you've ever partied with?
That's the thing.
Besides Al Roker, we've heard about that night. You're telling us a little bit about that.
No. I actually have never met him, unfortunately. I guess my mom. She's not really a celebrity, but
no, it works. It works.
She's like the most important person I can think of.
Your favorite animal that's not in a zoo?
I guess you.
All right, now it's time to play Who Would You Rather Party With to end up the segment. This is going to get intense, so I hope you're ready for this. Monica Lewinsky or one of the Bush twins?
Bush twins.
Boys to Men or Blackstreet?
Blackstreet.
The Kinks or the Stones?
Rolling Stones.
Tough one here. Paula Deen or George Zimmerman?
Wait, you mean George Zimmerman?
George Zimmerman. From, I think he might have killed somebody, but got acquitted.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what was the other name?
Paula Deen, Food Network. You had her right.
Paula Deen. Absolutely.
She's fun. Fred Schneider. This was one of your fans helped me out with this one. Fred Schneider or Steve Mike? It wasn't my fault.
No, probably Steve Mike, just less shy from
He's a cool guy. Elvis or Roy Orbison?
Elvis.
Bill Clinton or JFK? Not my question.
JFK for sure.
Harvard or Yale?
Yale.
Lindsay Lohan or Miley Cyrus?
Lindsay Lohan.
This one's too inappropriate. Bill Nye or Sally Ride?
Bill Nye.
A few more here. Dean Martin or Frank Sinatra?
Frank Martin or Dean Martin. Just both. Can you say both?
You get one both. Neil Diamond or Barry Manilow? Too bad you already used her both.
Barry Manilow.
Wow. And the last one here, Batman or SEAL Team 6?
Batman with Michael Keaton and George.
Wow. Andrew W.K.
You've been so kind. I just want to say, that this is really one of the top maybe 5, maybe even 600 interviews I've ever done, and the questions have been fantastic. The level of just good vibes, and on all these last A or B questions, I take back everything I said.
Terry Schiavo or Christopher Reeves?
Both. Yeah, both.
Look at it there, Andrew. I don't know. That's why I skipped that one. You're the man.
You're the man too.
This is the only thing that I really got right here. This little wound. It was pretty interesting. Probably the highlight of the entire tour for me.
And then Jonathan was riding the bike. He was chasing this girl named Beth, and she was like, "Don't chase me!" And he was like, "I'll get you." And so he had his gloves on. These are the same gloves he was wearing during the accident.
That's blood.
That's the black blood. And but as you can see on his, can I demonstrate?